Okay, let's be real. Are you tired of the endless cycle of shaving? The pain of waxing? And oh my gosh, the frustration of ingrown hairs? It's a story so many of us here in Singapore know all too well. But what if you could just stop? What if you could break free and get that lasting smoothness? Well, the good news is, a long-term solution might be way more affordable than you think. So what's with this number $3,800? Believe it or not, that's what you could potentially save over a lifetime by switching to a long-term hair removal solution. I mean, when you stop and think about how much razors and waxing appointments cost year after year, yeah, those numbers really add up.
So that leads to the big question. Is there a smarter, more effective way to get that smooth skin we're all after? The answer is a huge yes, and it's all thanks to technology. Today, we're going to break down the two leading options out there: intense pulsed light, or IPL, and modern laser hair removal.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll get into the cool science of how light actually gets rid of hair. Then, it's time for the main event, the showdown between laser and IPL. After that, I'll share some secrets to making sure you get the absolute best results. And finally, we'll pull it all together to help you make the right choice.
So, how in the world can a beam of light remove hair? I know, it sounds a little like something out of a sci-fi movie, but the science behind it is actually pretty straightforward. It's the foundation for both of these treatments, and it all comes down to targeting one specific thing in your hair.
And that target is called melanin. It's the pigment that gives your hair its color. So what happens is both laser and IPL devices send out light that gets soaked up by this melanin. That light energy instantly turns into heat, travels right down the hair, and zaps the follicle at the root. It's this damage that stops or slows down future hair from growing. And you know, this is exactly why the contrast between your skin color and hair color has always been such a big deal for these treatments to work well.
But here's the catch, and this is super important. The treatment only really works when the hair is in its active growth phase, which is called the anagen phase. That's the sweet spot when the hair is attached to the follicle, so the heat has a direct pathway to do its job. Hairs that are in the other phases, catagen or telogen, they're just chillin', so they won't be affected. And since only about 20% of your hair is in that perfect anagen phase at any one time, that's exactly why you need multiple sessions spaced out, to make sure we catch every hair at the right moment.
All right, it's time for the main event. In one corner, we have IPL. In the other, we have laser. Now, they both use light to target that melanin we talked about, but the way they do it is totally different. And that difference changes everything, from how well it works to how safe it is, especially for the beautiful, diverse skin tones we have right here in Singapore.
You know, the easiest way to think about it is with this simple analogy. IPL is kind of like a camera flash. It shoots out a broad, scattered burst of light. It's bright, but it's not focused. A diode laser, though, is like a laser pointer. It uses a single, pure, concentrated beam of light that's perfectly tuned to hit the melanin in the hair. That precision is the real game changer here. And things have gotten even better. Modern diode lasers have evolved into something called SHR, which stands for super hair removal. So instead of one big, high-energy zap, SHR uses lots of smaller, low-energy pulses to gently heat up the follicle. This in-motion technique is not only pretty much painless, seriously, people say it feels like a warm massage, but it's a huge deal for making it safer and more effective for everybody.
And this is exactly why this new tech matters so much, especially in a place like Singapore. I mean, just listen to this quote from a customer named Priya. It really says it all. Because traditional IPL has a tough time with darker skin. It can't easily tell the difference between the pigment in the skin and the pigment in the hair. A lot of people have been turned away. Modern laser tech has completely changed that.
Okay, let's put them head to head. When it comes to precision, the laser's single wavelength is the clear winner. For skin tones, SHR laser is safe for literally all skin types, while IPL is really best for that classic combo of light skin and dark hair. Now, pain level. SHR is virtually painless. IPL, well, it's often described as a mild sting, kind of like a rubber band snapping against your skin. And for results, with laser, you're looking at about 6 to 8 sessions for an 85 to 90% permanent reduction. IPL often takes more. And maybe most importantly, the risk of side effects like burns is way lower with SHR, especially on darker skin. So we've pretty much established that modern laser is a powerhouse. But the secret to a really great treatment isn't just about getting rid of hair. It's also about all the amazing bonuses your skin gets along the way. And to unlock all of that, what you do matters too. So let's see what else laser can do.
This is really where laser becomes more of an investment in your skin's health.
It is one of the best ways to prevent and treat those awful ingrown hairs. We're talking up to a 90% reduction. The energy can also help fade pigmentation, even out your skin tone, improve your skin's texture, and even give you a little collagen boost. So you're not just getting hair-free skin, you're getting healthier, glowing skin. It's a win-win.
Okay, this brings us to a super important point. The fancy machine is only half of the story. What you do before and after your session is absolutely critical for getting the best and safest results. So think of this as your personal checklist for success.
First up, the do's. Make sure you shave the area about a day before your appointment. This gets the hair off the surface so all the laser's energy goes straight to the follicle where it needs to be. Show up with clean skin. No lotions, no deodorant, no oils that could get in the way. And a pro tip, wear loose, comfy clothes to avoid rubbing or irritating your skin afterward.
Now, the don'ts are just as critical. Do not wax, pluck, or epilate for at least 4 weeks before your session. Why? Because you're literally pulling out the target. The laser needs that follicle to be there. Also, stay out of the sun. Avoid tanning for at least 2 weeks before. A tan means more melanin in your skin, which can confuse the laser and increase risks. And finally, take a little break from any strong skincare products, like retinoids or acids, for a few days so your skin isn't extra sensitive.
After your session, your skin needs a little TLC. Sunscreen is not optional. Use a good broad-spectrum one every single day. Keep the skin happy and hydrated with a simple, gentle moisturizer. For the next 2 days, you'll want to avoid anything that makes you super hot and sweaty. So no hot showers, no saunas, no intense workouts. And finally, just be gentle. Don't scrub or exfoliate the area for about a week.
Okay, we've dug into the science, we've compared the tech, and we've gone over all the secrets to success. Now it's time to bring it all home and figure out the final verdict to help you make the best possible choice. So, what do the numbers say? Well, when you look specifically at the success rates for permanent hair reduction on Asian skin, the data is just crystal clear. Modern laser tech like SHR is at the top of the chart with a 90 to 95% success rate. Other lasers are right up there too, but then you look at traditional IPL, and its success rate is much, much lower, somewhere between 30 and 50%. The numbers really do speak for themselves.
But at the end of the day, while the technology is a huge part of it, the single most important step you can take is to talk to a qualified professional. A real expert can look at your specific skin and hair, listen to what you want to achieve, and create a plan just for you. That's what ensures you're safe and that you're going to get the best results. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
And you know, all of this brings up a really interesting thought. As technologies like this make permanent changes to our bodies easier, safer, and more accessible for everyone, how does that shift the way we think about beauty and grooming? It's definitely something to chew on as this stuff becomes just a normal part of our lives.